Hi everyone, sorry this video is going up so late. Just been a bit of a crazy week and some technical issues, and then I kind of forgot on Friday when I was originally planning on it. But there will always be a video up each week, and you will know on Twitter around when I'm getting it up always, but every week definitely always be one. So anyways, this week was a bit chaotic with the instant eviction and then, of course, the normal, regular, weekly eviction. So the instant eviction HOH was Kevin, and he nominated Neha and Brittany, and then, of course, we saw Neha leave. I was really disappointed because Neha really seemed like a very strategic player, but she did have that really big personality, so I think that's ultimately kind of what made her a target, just being such a opinionated, kind of larger personality, sort of a... People were comparing her to Netta, and I see it a little bit, sort of the strategic side, but she's kind of like a Netta-Ika combination, if we're gonna compare her to other Big Brother Canada people. I'd lean her a little bit more towards the Ika, but definitely a hint of the sort of Netta strategic side. I can see a little bit. So then after that, we saw this epic HOH with Brittany and Sarah just pulling through, and then Sarah letting Brittany be the one to be the HOH for the week. And it's like her winning HOH lit a fire under her game. Where was this girl the whole time? When she was on the block for those 2 weeks and on Slop, it was like just crying and disappointment and whatever, and then all of a sudden this girl just wins HOH, and it was like just a completely different person, and I was like, yes, Brittany, yes, keep doing it. Like, it was amazing just watching her have this plan to make it seem to Greg that she was going to backdoor Johnny, when in actuality she was going to backdoor Greg. So she nominated the two people that put her on her block, which made perfect sense to me, to nominate both Bobby and Kevin. And then Johnny ended up winning the power veto. He took Kevin off, and she put up Greg in his place. And for some reason, even though she blatantly told him, like, it was her idea, whatever, he still, like, had it convinced that it was all Johnny's fault. It was just, as much as, like, you know, you understand that, like, she's like, no, it was my game, it was my move, but, and, like, she wants to take credit for it. Like, girl, calm down. Take a step back. Like, Johnny's taking credit for your move. If Greg honestly thinks that, and he goes home, that his allies might think that too, that Johnny had a bigger influence, and then next week you wouldn't be the target. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it seemed like it was only beneficial for her to kind of have them think that. I mean, yeah, it was totally her move, or her HOH and her decisions and everything, but having people think that it was Johnny was kind of awesome for her. So yeah, it was really amazing to see that. And then so then, yeah, the whole plan worked. Saw Greg go home. The only reason why I'm disappointed about Greg leaving is because he was amazing television. Oh my goodness, he annoyed the shit out of me every week, but it was wonderful at the same time. Just wondering what he's gonna do, what he's gonna say next. It was just fantastic. Like, it was phenomenal. So yeah, but still, so far, for who I want to come back, I really do hope that Neha is the one to come back, but also Cindy wouldn't be terrible, as long as she stops with the whole with an S thing. Just because she is pretty good at comms, and she could do some drama and stuff, but Neha, I feel, could actually, like, pull some people together and do some moves and stuff. Would that be cool? Greg coming back would be sort of interesting, sort of TV entertainment wise, but other than that, basically, at this point, just not Pilar, or not Pilar, oh my goodness, Risha. Get it together, girl. Pilar's still there. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, the only one I wouldn't want to come back is Risha. Just, she's kind of boring, to be honest. And since I actually did drop Pilar's name, I just want to talk for a minute about her. I know that most of the time it seems like she has no idea what she's doing, but, and I might be like the only person that thinks this, but honestly, I think she's a lot smarter than people are giving her credit for. And I think she kind of knows more what she's doing than it seems. I mean, her having that showmance with Kevin is only going to benefit her at this point as well. And then her seeming like she's absolutely clueless and doesn't know kind of anything is good too. I know a lot of the times, like especially when she was on the block and thinking that like Cindy was her ally and Cindy was the one who put her there, like I'm not denying that she doesn't have her moments, but I think she is a lot smarter than she looks, because some of the times in some of her conversations I'm like, she has it dead on, like she knows what's going on. And like her conversation that they aired just in tonight's episode with Ashley, when she was talking about how she doesn't want to get too close to Kevin because she doesn't know if it's real or if, and then she doesn't want to get her head out of the game and stuff. It was like entirely impressive. Like she really does know more than it seems. So, and I still like her. I know a lot of people don't, but I still do. So I have hope for Pilar. I really do. And if I'm wrong, whatever. It's fine. I can deal with being wrong. But I don't want to dismiss her right now or call her a Victoria. Because Victoria really did have no idea what was going on in Big Brother 16. But I think Pilar does know something. I think she does know what's up. And I think she's doing... I mean, she has herself in a good position for right now, at least. Like, she's not being thrown around as a target and or anything at this point. So, yeah, I like her. Okay, so to get into kind of the rest of this week, since this week's kind of just beginning, and Wednesday we'll have our next eviction that's only a few days away. Since I'm a bit behind, I guess I can keep going. So yeah, we saw if Bruno win HOH now, and he nominated Johnny and Sarah. I mean, I saw him wanting to nominate Kevin, which would have been pretty great. I'm glad that he's aware that Kevin is still kind of a threat to his... Like, Kevin is good at this game. I mean, he went from pretty much being leaving to staying, and Bruno still knows that. And yeah, he seems to kind of be the only one that sort of has Kevin on their radar. And then Brittany just masterfully not getting put up after being the one to evict Greg is, like I said, it only benefited her. And I think she ended up realizing that him sort of thinking that more Johnny and Sarah were the masterminds behind it only worked to her advantage. So yeah, that was really good. Having Johnny and Sarah up on the block does kind of suck, because I really do like them both as players and as people. And I apologize right now if you can hear my rabbit drinking water in the background, but what can you do? He's an animal. He's thirsty. It happens. I can't time these things. But yeah, so basically it seems, in my opinion, like they'll probably get rid of Johnny before Sarah, just because he is a bit better at competitions than her and everything else. And he's kind of a good all-around player, because he's good socially, he's good mentally, and he's good like physically and at competitions and things like that. So I mean, it is pretty smart to get him out. I'm a little disappointed just because I, obviously like that side of the house and like them a lot, but Bruno is thinking game at this point and is getting rid of a really good, essentially getting rid of a really good player and helping out his side of his alliance and everything. And Sarah seemed to notice, because after she talked to Bruno, I noticed that when he was saying that he would be in trouble, basically, if he did other nominations, didn't nominate her, whatever, and it kind of put him in an awkward position with the house. And she realized, basically, that his nominations aren't quite, or that she realized, sorry, that by him saying that maybe her alliance that she formed, the Purple Cobras, Hexagon, whatever they're officially called at this point, isn't quite as solid or as real as she thought it was. Which, I mean, I know it does suck and I understand that pain, but Big Brother isn't a team sport. It is an individual game, and she needs to pick that up and play her own game and figure out how to fix it herself, because right now, if someone from the Chop Shop wins the next HOH, like if Bobby does, she'll likely be the next one to go, and if she continues down this downward spiral of breaking down and getting all upset like that, it's not gonna help her at all. And I love her and I want her to do well. I need her to get her head kind of back in the game and start playing for herself, not playing for everybody else. It's great to make friendships, great to make alliances and everything, but at the end of the day, you're there for you. They're there for themselves, and you can't count on anybody else to carry your game but you. So yeah, with that, this video should be up sometime today, which is Sunday. I just have to do some editing and whatnot, and then it'll be up. So like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, do that if you want. And follow me on Twitter too. That's where all of my updates are. I also live tweet during the show, which is a fun time. So yeah, and then next week this should be up by Friday like usual. Sorry it's been delayed this week. It's just I just had an off week. But yeah, so I'll see you guys all next week for more Big Brother.